You know, after last year's corporate, my wife was always encouraging me, you know. She said, no, you did fine in the corporate. I was a bit nervous. This little guy, hello, sorry. That's nice, eh?
Yeah,
nice background with the people there. We are here at, must I look?
Yeah, just look straight into the lens, right?
We are here at MNU head office, Department of Alien Affairs. My name is Wikus van der Merwe. And behind me you can see other Alien Affairs workers. And what we do here at this department is we try to engage with the prawn on behalf of MNU and on behalf of humans.
Now, to everyone's surprise, the ship didn't come to a stopover at Manhattan or Washington or Chicago, but instead coasted to a halt directly over the city of Johannesburg. The doors didn't open for 3 months. It just hovered there. Nobody could get in. And they eventually decided, after much deliberation, that the best thing to do would be to physically cut their way in.
We were on the verge of first contact. The whole world was watching. Expecting, I don't know, music from heaven and bright shining lights.
There's a lot of moisture in here. Good, just go slowly. Oh my God.
The creatures were extremely malnourished. They were very unhealthy. They seemed to be aimless. There was a lot of international pressure on us at the time, and the entire world was looking at Johannesburg, so we had to do the right thing. The government then established an aid group that started to ferry the aliens to a temporary camp that was set up just beneath the ship.
We didn't have a plan. There was 1 million of them. So what was a temporary holding zone soon became fenced, became militarized, and before we knew it, it was a slum.
Well, the truth is, nobody really knew what this place was. There's a lot of secrets in District 9.
At first, a lot of attention was given to giving the aliens proper status and protection.
They're spending so much money to keep them here when they could be spending it on other things, but at least they're keeping them separate from us.
I want to be realistic with everyone. The aliens will not be able to go home.
The aliens are here to stay.
There were literally thousands of different theories as to why the ship seemed inoperable. And what was speculated was that a command module had detached itself from the main ship and then somehow mysteriously become lost.
Did it fall by itself, or was it programmed? I don't know. Examination of the old video footage shows very clearly that a piece falls from the ship.
We look for it, Ron. We look everywhere. This piece is falling off that vessel for bloody months, man.
Were more energy weapon caches found. The Special Task Force conducted raids in District 9.
Where there's a weapon, there's crime. Tensions rose, and people became more and more fed up, and eventually the rioting started.
Residents in Tembisa rioted for the third consecutive night in an attempt to remove all the aliens from their township.
And I think they must fix that ship and they must go.
Virus, kry 'n selektiewe virus, né? Net die aliens uit.
They must just go. I don't know where they go, and they must just go here.
If they were from another country, we might understand, but they're not even from this planet yet.
The government having forced a nationwide curfew.
The aliens, prawns, they take my wife away.
The derogatory term prawn is used for the alien, and obviously it implies something that is a bottom feeder that scavenges the leftovers.
I mean, you can't say they don't look like that. That's what they look like, right? They look like prawns.
The aliens made off with an undisclosed amount of cash. One bystander was hurt.
What for an alien might be seen as something recreational, setting fire to a truck, derailing a train, is for us obviously an extremely destructive act. And now, after 20 years, public pressure had forced the government to shift the aliens out of Johannesburg. They had had enough, and they wanted District 9 to be moved and more intensively policed and controlled. So, to enforce this mass eviction, the government turned to Multinational United.
Welcome all, and thank you for coming. Please listen very closely to this briefing. Today we start a very complex and delicate operation.
This is the largest operation that MNU has ever undertaken, and we believe that it is going to be undertaken successfully. It is to move 1.8 million prawns from their present home in District 9 to a safer and better location 200 kilometers outside of Johannesburg City. We've built a nice new facility where the prawn can go, he can be comfortable, he can stay there. The people of Johannesburg and of South Africa are going to live happily and safely knowing that that prawn is very far away.
UIO protocol dictates that we give the aliens 24 hours notice of our right to evict. Today, you will serve these notices, getting the aliens to sign the I-27 form.
The legality that MNU is using to evict the aliens is simply a whitewash.
So I'm going to appoint a field officer to take direct command. Vickers van der Merwe.
Everybody always said that Vickers was not a very smart boy, but he was a wonderful son. That was my Vickers.
Just like up on the big stage. Thank you, Pete, Mr. Smith. Thank you.
I had to put aside the fact that my daughter was married to Vickers. That didn't factor in my decision to promote her.
It's almost as big as my wedding day. You know, not as big.
Vickers was always making me things. He said that way that just means so much more. He left his paper mache bowl on the sofa one day, and I didn't see it, and I sat down and I kind of squished it. They took all his stuff away for the investigation, and I made them bring it all back.
Hey, congratulations, man. Thanks, man. Okay, you're gonna go to P7. Blessing, how's it going, man? There's a shake. P9 for you.
I'm not saying what he did was right, but he took the choices that were given to him.
This is Trent, from this way. Trent, from this way. From this way is the guy that I've selected to replace me, if you can make it today, eh?
I'll make it.
You think you can make it?
I'll make it.
I just want everyone watching this right now to learn from what has happened.